My name is Cho늘'입니다.
One of the most fascinating third culture humans that I've ever met. You know, you said your mom was a well-known actress,
Yes.
famous actress, and then, wait, that's your mom? Here we are in Koreatown here, right in the middle, in the heart of Koreatown. And I'm with Cho, and who we met last night at a gathering, and find you to be one of the most fascinating third culture humans that I've ever met. But just say something about who you are.
My name is Cho늘'입니다. I'm a Gyopo who lives in America, who technically grew up in Korea, went to international school, and then came over here to the motherland in college, and then became an adult here and live in LA now.
You have your own life, man, and you are a really fascinating. I mean, you cut your chops, as we say, on hip hop, and
Yes.
so you have a whole world of things that are happening as a consultant and hip hop artist. And but I want to ask you about being here in Koreatown and being a third culture human. What's it like being you here in Koreatown in the heart of LA?
So I moved to LA 8-9 years ago. Technically, I was a New Yorker in my time in America, but LA is really our first immigration town for Korean culture. So coming here, it's kind of like experiencing a lot of Korean culture history, the first Koreans that came here. But it really hammered home, like as I grew of age, like that I'm not Korean American, that I'm American Korean. Like the way I grew up and the way I went through school and the things I experienced is very different from a Korean kid who grew up in LA. Because I went to international school in Korea, and you just get a completely different experience and a mentality coming out of that. And learning here and adjusting made me really learn, because I think when I got to New York, I was younger. I didn't really understand the Korean American experience that well, because I never went through it. And then had to get older and just talk to more people and get to know people and understand, like, oh, it's totally different from my high school experience.
But by the way, I have to say, I had one of these experiences with you where, you know, you said your mom was a well-known actress,
Yes.
famous actress. And then I said, hey, do you have a photo of your mom? And he pulls it out. And I'm like, wait, that's your mom? Yeah. And then I turned to the next film, like, wait, that's her. So you did one of those Korean things where you didn't upplay, you sort of downplayed a little bit.
We're a very humble culture. We try to stay humble. And, you know, my mother is a very well-known, renowned actress, an Oscar award-winning actress, and I'm very proud of her. But
you know, so even though you're this American and Korean and American, like you're also really international. Like
Yes.
you just move from one accent to another, for example.
yeah,
Like you can respond to me in an Indian accent, for example.
I mean, you don't want to make fun of my friends from Bombay, but it's possible. I'm not making fun. Just I had a lot of friends. If you go to international from a young age, I had friends from Egypt, India, Pakistan, Thai. We had all sorts of international kids. And from a young age, you're just exposed to these cultures. And I think it helped me and all my friends be pretty open.
Koreans in Korea who've never been to LA, who've never been here, they all talk about Koreatown and LA. And what do you think they don't understand about this part? It's like a satellite village of Korea. What do they not understand about this?
Because I'm a hip-hop kid and I'm very used to the streets, whether it's New York, LA, or Seoul, I always tell Korean people who are going to America for the first time, our culture has a bad habit of staring too much, staring at strange things that might seem dangerous. They kind of stare and point sometimes where it's like, can't do that in America. Just don't look and keep going, and it'll be a much safer day for you. Otherwise, they come to LA, it's pretty easy for them. They don't even need to speak English in Koreatown. They can get around anywhere just speaking fluent Korean.
Yeah. Hey, we had a taxi driver yesterday, an Uber driver. He's been here 40 years. He hardly spoke English. I had to ask him 3 different ways a certain question, and I was thinking, how can you be here for 40 years and not speak really basic English? But then I know he probably lived here, you know, and but I couldn't even ask him, hey, where do you live in the US? Because I didn't think he would understand me. But 40 years, he's only been back to Korea 2 times.
Meanwhile, I grew up in Korea, and then if I tell people this, I'm like, oh, you have no accent. Your English is so good. It's like, yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah, but your English is so good. But actually, from people like me, you go into you very quickly sort of slide into a New York
I can
accent.
transition through accents.
Lots of different areas.
Mostly because as soon as I got to America, I started working for the rap group Gangstar, and Uncle Premier, Uncle Guru, the rest in power, kind of raised me into adulthood. So I did develop a very thick New York urban accent. But I also learned from them that the cops come, then, excuse me, officer, do we have a problem here? Oh, I'm sorry, officer. Excuse me, is there an issue here? I'm just wondering. So I can transition through a variety of accents, and I'm comfortable doing it.
All right, so here's another question. What about people who kind of come to Koreatown and feel like they have a sense of what Korea is about? What do they not get about? What do they not understand about Korea?
From a food perspective or a culture perspective?
Culture, kind of anything. You just dive in wherever you want.
Early issues I had with some of the Korean American community is we have a respect your elders philosophy in Korea, where even in high school, middle school, the kid above you, 1 grade, you bow to him 90 degrees when you say hi, you call him older brother, or if it's a woman, older sister. And these are terms, and you use a polite tone when you speak to them. I'd come to America, and these kids who don't speak Korean are asking me like, hey, what year were you born? Which is, how old are you question.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that like in Korea, the elders take care of the youngers. Like my 선배s, that's my elders in school, they would take me out to meals after school. They'd help us with sports after school, because we were an international school. We had sports programs, but they were like older brothers that would help raise us. And that's why we called them older brother. And that's why we use respect for that. Just because I just met you, you can't speak Korean that well. Just because you're a year older than me, I ain't calling you older brother. You got to earn that, buddy.
Okay, I got you. Hey, and what's it mean to be third culture?
Now that I'm 43 and I think I'm starting to understand what it is, it's just a blend of cultures. 2 different cultures like me, because I was born in America, went to an Americanized school, went to college in America. I am by DNA Korean and grew up in the country of Korea. I think it's just this blend of these different cultures really combining, and just having the ability to observe other cultures and absorb that as well.
Yeah.
We're like sponges, weird sponges.
Yeah, it's interesting that but you're the third culture that you are is really in so many ways a global culture, and I think that maybe that's true for me in an odd way. I mean, I'm not a third culture kid because I grew up in one culture basically, but I have the ability to sort of just blend in with whatever culture. I mean, I don't look like I want to blend in at all, but I blend in with whatever culture I'm around.
I should specify that there is a Korean culture inside me, an American culture inside me, but I also firmly believe that hip-hop is a culture.
Yeah.
And the hip-hop culture runs in me, and it's run through me since I got to America, and I love it. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, cool, man. No, I appreciate that. All right, man. Nice meeting you. Nice, really.
Pleasure meeting you.